Tell me about the paintings on the wall behind you.
My husband Chaim and myself, Yonnah, we have a collaborative work behind us on the walls of several pictures of our town, Stanwood, Washington, and we do call this series Our Town. It was inspired by living here for the last 20 years, walking the streets, doing our business. We have classes. Chaim has been on the planning committee at the City Hall, and we've enjoyed especially our time just getting into a small town atmosphere, and I'm hoping that that is reflected in the several paintings that we have done that we would like to continue to do of this area and what American life can be at its best.
I'd just like to add that we've been long interested in the historical aspect of our work, and we met and began to collaborate in Israel, documenting through paintings that were combined collaborative paintings of historical landmarks and structures in Israel that represents thousands of years, the history of Israel through architecture. Here we have, at least through the European settlement, 100 and some odd years. Stanwood and Camino Island began to attract a lot of artists about 25 years ago, and Stanwood made a strategic decision to combine art and history to build a sense of community. The cultural economy includes not only artists, but patrons and philanthropists, educators, and many others. The Floyd Nargard Events Center was preserved and renovated through such a contribution. And now a family trust has donated the more than 100-year-old original hardware store to become a new art center for Stanwood. Because we're on a floodplain, we don't know how much will be preserved and how much will be rebuilt. So what we're painting here is what exists at the present time, and we're preserving the memory of that. Hamilton Lumber is a 1-minute walk from where I live. It was established in 1926, and it's where I buy most of my framing materials. And Hamilton Landing on the Stillaguamish River, which was the site of the original lumber mill, was one of the reasons for the establishment of the town, lumber and fishing. When I was on the Planning Commission for several years, I advocated for access to the river, which finally was established when the city bought Hamilton Landing, and it's the future site of a park.
Stanwood Cafe is just a half a block away from where we live. We love to go there and got into the habit of going to a diner thanks to my mother-in-law, who always go to the diners in the morning. So we would get up early and accompany her, and we got in the habit of that. So when we moved here to Stanwood, it was just a natural for us to walk down the street, at least on Saturdays, and attend this diner and all of the farmers and their wives and families that love to get their pancake breakfasts. And thanks to Stanwood Cafe, we can remember also my mother-in-law, Marilyn.
I would add that these two last paintings represent closing time and opening time at the cafe. Usually it's quite busy. The idea of doing a series of paintings called Our Town came one night during a full moon, looking out our bedroom window. Across the street, the Sons of Norway. The building was actually the top floor of the general store, which was right next door to our own 120-year-old house, Stanwood House, which is in the middle of Stanwood.